This is Paul Shem, AFP. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the 8th Brigade's 2nd NP Division. Where were they operating? About how many people have just been taken offline? And to your knowledge, what are some of their activities that led to the decision for them to be taken offline?
General,
Yes, sir.
General, you think that the nature... Sorry? Michael West, CNN, sir. And you believe, what, the activities that the government had led them to lose confidence in this unit? Those activities were what? Your active involvement in crimes you're talking about? We're talking about death squad activity, that sort of thing?
General Tom Bowman with National Public Radio. A couple of quick follow-ups on that. How many investigations are going on with this unit? Any ballpark on that?
Yes, sir.
Bruno Rober with ABC News. A couple of questions, one going back to the issue of the investigation of police. Is this investigation the result of a city-wide evaluation of units' performance, or is it you just looked at one area and this one particular unit? And also, can you talk a bit more about the uptick in U.S. casualties and to what extent they may bear on the Operation Together Forward activities?
Dave Rising with the Associated Press. You had mentioned that this last week was the highest level of vehicle-borne IEDs in memory. Do you have any numbers of the numbers that you discovered and also the numbers that went off last week? Also, there's been increased violence we've seen in Bakuba recently, and we're hearing a lot of reports of an increased level of Al-Qaeda in Iraq operating there. And I'm just wondering if you can discuss any possible countermeasures that the U.S. military is taking.
Getting back to numbers, I want to ask you about the Army units. This week, the Iraqi Army assumed control over the 4th Brigade of the 1st Iraqi Army Division. And if you talk to the officers within those units and the Marines out in Anbar, they're really a fraction of what they should be. Each brigade should be roughly 750. But I know 2 of the 3 battalions there have roughly 20-25% of what they should have. And I'm wondering, you keep saying that they're in the lead or taking over operational control. How can you say that when these units are clearly a shell of what they should be?
When do multinational forces start their operations in Sadr City?
You know, on a different topic, I've trickled in kind of late, so I apologize if you handled this previously, but the agreement that the Prime Minister and others announced early this week about combating sectarian violence seemed pretty short on specifics. Is there anything about this plan that should give us confidence that it will have any effect?
John with Fox. Any reason to share the National Security Advisor's optimism on being close to capturing al-Masri? He released a statement just last week saying essentially they seem to be pretty close to the guy.
Yes, sir.
Christian Carl, Newsweek. General, I wanted to ask, I understand that an American soldier, I apologize if this has been covered in earlier briefings, but I understand that an American soldier was killed a few weeks ago in Baghdad by a sniper using very, I guess, sophisticated equipment. I haven't been able to verify that, but I would be curious to hear whether you see your troops facing an increased threat from snipers in the Baghdad area.